Kick-ass facts! Pew, 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 pew! A cluster of bananas is called a hand. A single banana is called a finger. A wildlife technician, Richard Thomas, took the famous tongue twister, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and calculated a rough estimate of what that answer could possibly be. It came out to around 700 pounds. So does your mom. Scientists discovered sharks living in an active underwater volcano. Divers unfortunately cannot investigate because they would get burns from the acidity and the heat. The average American child is given $3.70 per tooth that falls out. I left a note for the tooth fairy once. My brother kept it. My brother apparently is a tooth fairy. This is the note. I'll read it to you in a second. He also kept the tooth. It broke over the years. This is what the note said. Hang on. That's how old I am. My tooth is where the arrow was pointing. Put the money beside the tooth. It's like a ransom note. I guess I didn't like the idea of someone putting their hand under my pillow. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of creepy. Why are we teaching that to children? There's a company in the UK that offers being hungover as a valid reason to call out sick for work. They are allotted 4 hangover days per year. People who have been completely deaf since birth and develop schizophrenia cannot experience true auditory hallucinations. Around half of all deaf people diagnosed with schizophrenia report experiencing voices during which they sense someone communicating with them in the absence of external stimulus. What they are experiencing is visual or physical hallucinations, such as moving lips, sign language movements, body motions, and facial expressions that they interpret as an expression of the voice. Who said, throughout my life, there are 4 people I've met who were truly original people. The other 3 were Groucho Marx, Jim Morrison, and Pablo Picasso. Was it A, Salvador Dali, B, Alice Cooper, C, Andy Warhol, or D, Marilyn Monroe? The correct answer is B, Alice Cooper. Picasso and Alice Cooper were pen pals. Woodpeckers' tongues wrap around their skulls to prevent them from getting concussions. The hyoid contracts and tenses at the bash of each beak, holding the skull and spine in place. Apple seeds do not yield the same apple it came from. Every apple seed yields a completely unique apple. Usually you would get fruit of far inferior quality, taste, and size. If you want the exact same apple, you've got to cut a branch off the existing apple tree and graft it onto another tree.